All right, guys, it's kind of one of those nights. We're gonna do some wiring. As you can see, some lights. For those who are watching right now, got some working on my voron tool head here. I'm a bit on the tired side, but I figured I'll just string this real quick. See, guys, this is the Fadus. Not the, I think it's the Dragon BMO. It's mounted, hard mounted with 4 screws. You guys can see that. Um, so I got to work on wiring right now. Just to give some information, it comes with the V6 mount, but you can actually unscrew the V6 mount, and then there's 4 screws that you can just hard mount it on, which is better for this. I just gotta run some zip ties, keep this in place. Don't want to break it. Slowly trying to pull it through. And the zip tie is a little thick. Gotta be careful here. I'm using a 50-watt heater cartridge. I'm just running it, make it look nice and neat. Keep the cable in place. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. Now it's held nicely in place now. Now I just got to cut these 2 zip ties and everything will be nice and clean. And I'm using JST connectors, so both the heater cartridge and the thermal sensor is in one connector. It just makes it easy to plug in and just route them more nice and neatly. So now it's all done. Looks much cleaner. Okay, so now I've got to put the clockwork together. I have a pancake stepper here that I got to actually do the wiring for. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and then we do the pancake stepper. Very nice tool. This is a automatic wire cutter. I love this thing, man. It makes live cutting wire much easier. Try to do one at a time, actually. Just there we go, all cut. Now I gotta get my wire crimper. There we go. This is the wire crimper for like JSTs. This thing makes life much easier doing these things. I'm gonna run my JST here. This is the tedious part, guys. You know, in order to have a nice clean printer, you got to do this stuff, else you're gonna run into problems. Because I could take shortcuts in terms of just running everything like it is, no JST, just plug it direct. But when like the probe or anything goes bad, you're gonna have a bad day. So it's better to just do this tedious work now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and crimp the cables. Alright, got one. Nice and neat. That's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you can get this grip on here. Alright, one more. Okay. You can see they're all crimped nicely. So now we can get the JST connector and plug them in. It's working. I'm going to use a 4-pin on this one. Gotta make sure it's all matched up when I run it. So I'm gonna do green, black, blue, red. Alright, so that's what it looks like. It's all connected. Nice and neat. So now we're going to do our fans and run everything else. Make our afterburner look really good. So now we're just going to go ahead and do our clockwork. I have my gear pre-installed, so let's get this done. Alright, when you're mounting the clockwork gear, I instead of doing it this way, like so, I usually flip it the opposite way, so that way there's clearance for the gear to mesh properly. If you do it this way, you tend to run, the gear tend to ride up on the edges here, and then it's not going to spin as freely, it's going to be stiff. So I do it this way, so that way the gear has some clearance for it to ride up on. probably going to do right about there. Okay, so alright, so the first part called for like an 8mm screw. Make sure you line up the holes. I'll show you what I'm talking about, guys. Alright, so it's an 8mm M3 screw, and make sure the holes here line up with the stepper motor holes. Okay, make sure it's not lean, it should be lined up. There's a thread insert here, so that's one. Make sure the printed housing for the gear has the bearings. There's two bearings. There's two idler bearings. So one goes in here, and there's also one here. Okay, so make sure that's in. You go ahead and mount the gearing like so. Doesn't have to push it all the way in because it got to line up with where the filament path got to go here. So make sure it just lines up with that. All right. Then you also have your idler gear right here as well. Make sure that's pushed in. It gives a nice sort of snap, so it's it just snaps right in. Don't take a lot of force. So now we're gonna go ahead and push these two together here. It should go in place pretty easy. There's a snap. There we go. And then spin your gears. Spin this gear. If this is not spinning freely, like see like I'm moving it, if you're feeling a lot of resistance on this, that means you didn't do your gearing right? So you didn't give your gearing a lot of space. But once you do that, it should mesh together nicely. So it should move freely like this. All right, so let me go to the manual, see what this is called for, so you guys can see. You can get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Just remove that. I was going to add the browser. Yes. Then I'm going to add so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so let's get to the part where we gotta assemble. Okay. Alright, what do we need? We need got that part. Oh, we needed two of them, huh? Where does that go? Oh, apparently I needed a wow, I almost missed that. I needed an extra Let me turn that off. I needed an extra insert, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I almost missed that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to follow the instructions, guys. Just missed the extra one here. So I'm going ahead and adding my insert thing to my soldering iron. Me neither, man. Yes, me neither. I'm sitting here waiting. It's a patient game, but we'll get it. Can't wait to see the final product myself. Very fast. Alright, so let me put in an extra solder here. For those who are watching, I ran the belt already, so the belt is already ran. I'm going to show you guys that. It wasn't difficult at all. Pretty easy actually, and because I didn't do a live stream, I was able to focus this a little bit better. But I'll show you the belt is ran, and it's pretty smooth. Turn this thing down to 200 here. Don't want it too hot. All right, so I'm going to insert a. See if I have my inserts. Yep. Must have missed one. Yep, I can. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Alright, now we can insert it. Alright, insert, we're good. So I just missed that extra insert right here. You guys can see that? That's what I just installed. I guess it called for one. Let's see. Got a little small one on the side real quick. I'm going to add in. There we go. We added that one to the side. Now we can continue. Okay. All right. So go ahead. Where's my just have it around here, a little spring and a screw. Yep, there we go. So you're going to attach these two together here. So screw it in. There is an insert here. Go ahead and screw that in. All right. Okay, and then this here. So now that it sits in the groove, see, it's like right there. So now we put this in, and then we're gonna put our screws. And then this sit exactly like this. And it calls for M330. I should have those here somewhere. Let me grab those guys real quick. Pretty sure I have an M330 around here. A lot. Alright, got some M330s. Three of them, right? Yep. Okay. So we insert one here. That keeps this this from moving off. See, now it can't come off. So insert one here. And one down here. Might have to thread this one in. Now, I could have got the 1.8 build done within a couple of days. Honestly, I'm that fast when it comes to building, but I just wanted to show my version of the process. I know Nero has his, but I just want to show that the average Joe can definitely get one built. But you know, if I wanted to, I could build this within a weekend. You know, because I have all the parts already. Make sure I'm paying attention to this. Make sure it's not missing the. Oh, it's pushing out all the stuff that I missed. Wait. There you go. Going a little further. Now, don't over tighten this, guys. If you over tighten it, it will cause a lot of damage. Hey, what's up, Jason Peters? What's up, Mark? Huda, thanks for joining the stream. So don't over tighten this. If you over tighten it on the screw, it will cause this side to bow a little bit, like this side to come down and press down a little bit. So you don't want it like overly tight, just enough to hold it in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down just a little bit more to keep things a little tight. All right. Then we'll do these one up here. Don't, like I said, don't overly tighten it because you're kind of screwing into plastic here, so you got to be careful. All right, so it looks something like this when it's done. So, there you go. Hear it? All right, I'm gonna just give it one more tighten up here just to make sure things are nice and squared. Test my gear, make sure it still spins. So like my gear is still spinning now. No issues there. And my stuff open, close. Again. So this is done. All right. So let's move on to, let's see. To get this attached. So this is where I'm going to put the LED. I mean, it's not the most elegant thing, but this is where I'm resting the LED. It's just two RGB LED. So that way I can control it in Clipper with NeoPixel, just to kind of replicate the Iron Man color. Like, hopefully I can get white out of it, but this was the best idea I could come up with, so I can control it. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up this here real quick, see what it needs. We're going to need it doesn't show me. Back up at the top, maybe. I'll let you guys see what I'm looking at right now. Okay. Got that done. Got that done. Trying to find where to mount the head at. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so 216mm. That's what I needed, 216mm screws. That's what I needed. Alright, so 16mm somewhere here. Yes, I do. I do. And this side too, guys, don't over tighten this as well because you can burst through the plastic. I've done this before. If you over tighten it, it will come through the other side and then it will look all ugly. So be careful here as well doing this part. You can burst through the plastic doing this. Just take your time. You just want to get it not too tight, but just, you know, holding apart. That's really it. Because this is all this is doing is holding the fan together. This part is not going to be just there we go. The other side. Alright, there we go, guys. So it's holding the fan together. So now we got to attach these two pieces. with some filament. I think I have some filament here somewhere. Yeah, I'll get some black filament. Let's see if I can cut a little piece here. All right. And this part is kind of tricky because you got to line it up just right for the filament to get in. So this part can be a tad bit difficult. There we go. Got one side, but the other side is going to change. Here. Come on. Let's see if I can get a nice sharp cut on this and then see if that works. Let's see if this goes right through. Okay, I'm gonna have to use something to line this up. Let me see if I can grab. Let's try this. You can cheat by using, if you take a yeah, that would have been cool, Condi, to get some red anodized screws, but I'm just gonna end up using black, just to kind of hide it a little bit. Maybe I can look for that on a later round. But yeah, that would have been cool. See if I can cheat a little bit because I know I can use an Allen wrench to get in there. Why are you giving me such a hard time? Oh wow, it's actually giving me a really hard time trying to get this. Fine shot. There we go, finally. Finally. Alright, I got it, guys, I got it. Alright. Push it. There we go. I knew I would get it eventually. And then snip the ends. Alright, all done guys. So the filament is in, holding it in place. That's it. Got to take my time to rock it up, so sometimes it doesn't open up right away. So you got to be careful opening it up. Kind of like that, a little bit. There we go. All right. Now I gotta run these wires and snip and whatever I gotta do here. Try to do this carefully. Run these in the channel. So there we go. Jason Peters, no, you can't. PLA for this application, for this type of printer, no. And not even PETG I will recommend. I will only recommend PETG, honestly, unless you're really not even planning to enclose it. Then you may get away with PETG. How long? That's up in the air without an enclosure. But with an enclosure, PETG will definitely fail on some aspect of it, like especially because it's holding the gantry up together, it will fail. So yes, I wouldn't recommend PTG PLA for this build. That looks good enough to me. Yeah, about right there. Hey, what's up, Tyrone, man? Welcome to the stream. Just doing the afterburner here, just make sure everything's good. I'm gonna go clip it and run some wires. Alright, so we can clip about right there, right? Yes, we can. So cut it about right here. Alright. So alright. Almost done, guys. I gotta run the rest of this wire and then we're good to go. Got it crimp and there we go. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm working at it, man. Like I said before, early in the stream, I was saying honestly, I could have got this done really fast already, but I kind of just wanted to stream it so you guys can see what I'm doing, you know, and you know, learn from any mistakes I might have made in the process, you know. I still got that the V2.4 to build after this. So yes, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna shrink this so you guys can take a look at the printer. Go. More crimping, more wire crimping, guys. Wire crimping is never fun, but it's a part of the process, and it just helps to clean up the cable management. You know, forgive me on my computer desk. I got crap all over, so just forgive me, guys. I will be a little bit more organized when I'm building the 2.4 because, yeah, this was definitely never planned. Oh, absolutely, man. Y'all welcome, man. I like the streaming. I get to interact with y'all, and y'all can get to see me make mistake live. But it's fun, you know. I need one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I need seven of these. 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. The bill of material also called to use micro connection. I'm not sure what that is, but I know it's like it's similar to like what it's called microfit. It's similar to what PC power supply use, that type of connection, like a Molex kind of connection. I didn't opt for that. I'm just going to use JST because they're plenty. It's not like we're running tons of volt through the lines, you know. Um, I know the microfit is just more of a more snug connection, but the JST in this case works fine. I don't see any issue to use a microfit in this case. Alright, so my crimp. And this part is not fun, guys, because crimping cables are it's just annoying. But you know, like I said, it's a part of the process to make everything clean. So I can't complain too much. There we go. Don't worry, guys. We're going to be mounting the afterburner tonight, and I'm going to show you guys the my belt run and call it a night. You know, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys that we're making significant progress. We're almost done. Come on. There we go. Also ordered a SKR 1.2 Pro just to have as a backup board, just in case I ever need to use it for something. So I have two SKR 1.4 turbos sitting around. I'm going to use the 1.4 turbo in this build, and then I ordered SKR Pro just in case I wanted to do IDEX, because I think I want to build an IDEX printer. Just when I thought I'm finished building printers, I'm not yet. I really want an IDEX printer, because like I said, I want every type of printer. I have Quartz Y, I have bed flappers, I have Quartz C. I just don't have an IDEX printer yet. I think if I get an IDEX, that will complete the whole type of printer pair. So I have a dual extrusion already. So if I can get an IDEX build, I'll be super satisfied after that. Oh, that reminds me. So I know a lot of the guys saying on here on the forums, you know, I might as well tell you guys my opinion about this. So on Facebook, I'm usually in the voron Quartz Y Facebook page, and I read a lot of comments. And a dude asked if you can make a M4 extruder out of PETG, and I said yes, and you can. But apparently, I guess a couple of guys said that PETG still deform under stress, even when it's not in an enclosure. And I absolutely disagree with that. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I've experienced a ton of PEG so far. That's all I used to print. And I can tell you, that's not true. Now, in an enclosure, yeah, I can see it deform under stress, under heat and stress. But outside of an enclosure, no, it doesn't deform, because I've been running my my little printer there that prints ABS. The tensioner is made out of PETG, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't cracked. It hasn't deformed. It has nothing. It hasn't done anything, and it's in there. It's the enclosure get up to 50 degrees C, and nothing changes. So I absolutely disagree with that notion. Now, I think there's some user error when it comes to people talking about PTG and a problem. I think there's some user error there, but of course people are not going to admit that. But I can see PTG failing in a pretty heated chamber with a lot of stresses on it. But outside of a heated chamber, like running it normal, I don't see it failing like that. You got to be doing something super extreme for it to fail. That's just my opinion, and my observation from using PTG. Ooh, uh-oh, the last one, guys. The last one I failed on. Wow, I was doing so good. I cut one more, but almost done. Last one had to do it, huh? Let's try this again. That didn't look good. Hopefully this worked, but it doesn't look good. Let's see. That still worked. All right, awesome. All right, so let's get our the one with 4, one with 5. Okay, 4, 3. All right, so Jason, I use so I've experienced about 2 different brands of ABS filament so far. I've used Matter Hacker ABS and a brand from Amazon called Jayo, Jayo. No, I'm lying. And there's a third brand I've used. It on Amazon they call Gizmo Dorks. So between all 3 filaments, I've had no issues. I'll say this though, the Matter Hacker seemed to be the one to get. If you're based in the US, the Matter Hacker prints really easy. Actually, I have one here. I have plenty of filament, guys. I have tons of filament. Here's one. As you can see, the temperature on it, it's like 235. So it's easy to print, honestly. Like it's super easy to print. I print mine at 250 though, even though the suggested maximum temp was 235. I printed at 250 still, and it prints amazing. So Matter Hackers, Gizmo Dorks, and Jayo Filament, all of them so far have printed amazing. I have no issue with them. I will say that the Gizmo Dorks is low odor, so you hardly smell it. The Matter Hacker seems to be low odor too. I don't really smell it. But the Jayo, which is just raw ABS, that smells really bad. Like if you don't have an enclosure, it will stink up the whole room. So I definitely recommend an enclosure if you're going for the Jayo brand. But the Gizmo Dorks is low odor, hard to smell it, and the Matter Hacker also is, I think, is low odor. It doesn't say it, but I hardly smell it. So those 3 brands have been successful for me. I know a lot of people recommend eSun ABS Plus. I don't know why I didn't get any, but I just went with whatever I thought, and they worked. So all right, so what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm connecting both the I like to pair the fans together, so I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Let me see if I can. Okay, so that's positive. So let's put this on one side. So how would I want to put this? Positive and negative. So yeah, just we'll do that. So I'm gonna go right there. There we go. So I'm going to take the positive side of here too as well. Plug it in. Come on. Go in. There we go. Alright, so as you can see guys, I ran both the part cooling fan and the hardened fan in one JST, so it just makes it easy to connect. Like, so it's just less connection, less connection to make basically if you route them in one like this. And then I have one more to do here, so I'm gonna do. See how it's set up. Yeah, I would just do it this way. So white. White. Come on, gives. Okay. This thing is black. Oh, there we go. Now we got it. Black. Right. All right, guys, we're all wired up. Okay, all in pieces. So now we can actually move on to the installation here. Let me get everything going. Let me grab some stuff, and I'll show you guys what I've done. Still not done with this, but I can do that part. Turn this off. Grab some stuff here and show you guys what I've done. It said I should put 2 screws up here, before I did. I put them apart. I was so in a rush, I didn't see what it said. No. M16s, okay, M16s. M16s. Okay. Alright, guys. Let me put you guys back up here real quick. Alright. Sorry if the glare of the light is in y'all eyes. Let me see if I can fix these lights real quick, guys. Lights are all over. Fix these lights. All right. Get this out the way real quick, guys. Alright, so if you guys can see, I ran the belt. So the belt is ran. It wasn't hard at all, honestly. Um, Actually, the belt was easier to run than anything else. Didn't have difficulty with it. The only thing I had to do was just to make sure that I moved the whole gantry at the back, just to make sure it's hitting both of the motor mounts, and then move it up front here and make sure it was hitting the front. And another way to do it too was the only thing I had to do was adjust the front tensioners or idlers slash tensioners, and so it's very clean, like very smooth. Um, yeah, just very easy. Honestly, it was very easy to route. So the belt's done. It's all tensioned. So now we're just gonna put on afterburner. Really. Um, the printer that's running is my Ender 3 with a Voron tool head. Um, so it's actually printing really good. I wish I could show you guys, but I have to move the whole camera. But it's my Ender 3 with a Voron tool head and Prusa X carriage kind of gantry. So we're just going to go ahead and mount the afterburner on here. I need to fix that camera. Um, I love the Ender 3 series, to be honest with you. Let me fix this camera, guys, so you guys can see a little bit better. Get this out of the way. There we go. You guys should see a little bit better that way. Yeah, awesome. Jason, yeah, I love the Ender 3, man. Like I said, it has a lot of potential. Lots of potential. You can go any direction with it. I know a lot of people hate on it, but it's a good first printer. It's awesome. You can mod it. It can print amazing, really. Um, like mine right over there, it prints awesome. Like I have no issues with that sucker. Right now, it's cranking out some black PETG like nobody's business. Like, yeah, I love it. All right, so how we gonna mount this now? So we're going to mount or okay, I guess hot end is up first. So we're gonna mount a hot end. So I'm using, since I don't have a Spear Dragon, I'm using the Phaedos Dragon BMO. It had the V6 mount, groove mount, but I took it off, and it's directly mounted with screws. So there's 4 screws in there holding it in place. It's better that way because now it's rigid mounting. It can't, you know what I'm saying, it makes the whole thing stiff. And it's a really good replacement for the Dragon because it prints just as good. Maybe not as aesthetically pleasing as the Dragon to look at, but it gets the job done. And so I'm using that because, you know, there's no more Dragon because of slice engineering and whatever feud that is. So that's what I'm using for Auden. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The To answer your question, Tyrone, yeah, absolutely. You know what? A lot of people buy Prusa, and the only reason why I will recommend a Prusa, to be honest with you, is if you don't want to, if you want the service and you don't want to tinker at all, you just want to just print whatever you want to print, then I would say go get a Prusa. But even then, I can't justify it. I couldn't even justify it when I just bought my Ender 3. Like, I looked at the Prusa because I looked up what was the best printer back in 2020 when I bought my Ender 3. And it was a Prusa. And I'm like, what is this Prusa everybody's recommending? And I saw the price. I'm like, hell no. Like, hell no. Not that it was a bad machine, but I'm like, yeah, hell no. So I bought an Ender 3 and I modded the hell out of it. I mean, you can clearly see it over there. Let me see if I can show you guys what it's doing. Like, see if I can carefully show you guys. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Because I have 3 cameras, guys. Let me show you what this thing is capable of. I forgot I have 3 cameras. It just finished printing just now, so I'm just going to point it. So, let's see if you guys can see that. Let me show you guys. Alright. Go ahead and make this a little big. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the print quality of my Ender modded. Now this is PETG, so I'm going to pop it off. It's pretty hot still, but I ain't going to pop it. I'm just going to lift it up. Pretty hot. But look at that quality. That's from PETG, okay? Look at the quality of that. It prints freaking amazing. PETG from Overture, no stringing, and this is the quality I get. So, I mean, it prints better than a Prusa. This looks way better than what a Prusa could produce, and it's just a couple of mods. So, to me, there's no way I could justify paying the price of a Prusa when I can get this from an Ender 3, just, you know, a couple of mods. Of course, throwing an extra $200 in it, but still, you're still paying less than what you pay for a Prusa and still get, like, way better quality. So, yeah, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. There you go. Yeah, so that's my Ender. That's my rant about that. I just think that people should do some research before you buy a Prusa. Again, if you're like in the boat of I just want to print, I don't care about modding, buy a Prusa. But if you do like to tinker and take a small, decent price printer and make it print better than the Prusa, buy Ender 3 series. I promise you, it's a great, great machine. All right, so let's continue with this mounting here. I'm gonna go ahead and actually make sure it sits in the head properly. So I might need to cut this down just a little bit. Just a little bit off of there. Yeah, I'll say take about that much off. Right there. There we go. Noise. All right. Yeah, for real, Jason. Like I said, yeah, I'll rather buy a Prusa clown than buying the real thing. And like I said, it's cool that Prusa got a business. I don't hate on them at all. Like, what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with a Prusa. I'm not hating on it. Totally, totally, all in support of it. But I'm just saying, for me and how I am, there's just no way I could justify the price of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I was one of those dudes that are like that is like totally kind of ignorant to 3D printing. I maybe just start out, but I know my limits. Like I know my abilities, and I know I'm not that good with techie stuff. Then I probably buy a Prusa, right? But because I know who I am, I'm capable of doing crazy things. As you can see, there was no way I was gonna buy a Prusa. Especially knowing me, I like to research and look up stuff and understand how stuff works. So for me, it was it was just easy not to buy one, not to buy a Prusa and just get it into three. All right, let's see if we can get this thing mounted here. All right. Please don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. Oh, thanks, Tyrone, man. I appreciate that. I love my Ender, man. Love it to death. God, I don't like the sound of that. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, I knew that was gonna happen, man. I was feared that was gonna happen. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to be careful here, man. Oh, tip. This is a little tip, guys. So even though there's a lot of tension on this tool head when it comes to the brass inserts, because even though you put the brass inserts in, depending on how you mount this thing, it can literally pull the brass inserts out. Okay, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as there's some, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's the design that's causing it, but almost every time I try to mount this tool head, like especially the bottom part, it literally slowly pulled the brass inserts out. And it's not like my brass insert's not mounted properly; it is in there properly. It just, I don't know if it's not, I don't know if because it's a lot of tension, but it pulls the brass inserts out. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up on that. Hey, yeah, hey, Jason, you can show me a picture of yours. Just if you want to send it over a Facebook Messenger, Golden Jaguar 392, you can send it there on Facebook. Yeah, you can send me a picture anytime, man. Knew it. Yeah, guys, it pulled it out. So now I'm gonna have to try to get this insert back in here. I'm gonna have to be careful and do something ghetto, but see if yeah, this blows. There we go. Um, you know what? I'm not sure what it is because it you know what? I thought it would have. The inserts are pretty long. I want to say I'm gonna show you this type I use. I'm gonna show you how long they are. So these are the one I use for it. They're pretty. I can't remember quite the size. I want to say maybe 6 millimeters. It could be, but they're pretty long. Hold on. I just realized the screen is not there. Hold on, guys. Hold on, my bad. Hold on here, guys. Let's deactivate this. Come back here. Alright. Now I can show you guys. Hold on. It looks like this. It's a decent size. It's a decent size. So it's long enough. It's not super long, but it's long enough to get down in there. But it still pulls out. For some reason, it still gets pulled out. So I'm going to try to be careful this time and try to mount it. But it just still gets pulled out. I don't know why. It's weird. I'm going to try it again. But I'm going to be a little careful. Alright. Okay. You're not over there. I saw you over here somewhere. Where'd I put it? Where did you go? Okay, I'm gonna have to look for my screw, guys. Hold on. Alright. Round 2. Let's try again. Hopefully it behaves itself this time, so we'll see. You know, I have the other type. Here's a problem with that, Conley. Here. I do have the other type of inserts, but they're short. And even though it has the twisting in them, they're very tiny and they slide right into the hole. I'll show you. So I use these inserts for the M4 extruder, and then some of the holes I use it on. And I prefer these, but the problem is that they're not deep enough. Now, maybe there's a set that's deep enough, but so far they're pretty small. Like, they don't come big. So I might have to go back on Amazon and find that size. But right now, I like these, but they're just very small. My profile picture is it's a car. It's with my a Dodge Charger 392. It has like a Black Panther theme on it.
Thanks, Tyrone. I'm just blessed, man. I lucky even got that car. Hmm. You know what? I might just use what size is this? 40, 40, 40, 40. I might just use something else. All right, oh, so 40 over here. Might just use something else. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try some fresh 40 and see what happens. Layer lines. You mean like perimeters? I do currently I do what the recommended settings for ABS for voron. So 4 perimeters and 40% infill. Hey, hello Victor, what's up, man? Glad you could make it. Just trying to mount this afterburner. Yo, this thing is pulling. Yeah, it's like literally. This blows. Let me see. Do I have anything deeper? Let me see. Do I have anything? Yeah, it's pulling out on me, guys. Let me see if I can find something I can grab a little further. I'm gonna try this one. Alright, I'm gonna use this.
Christmas music.
No. Is it that's what's playing? For real? I didn't mean to do that. I was on a playlist. I didn't expect it to play that stuff now.
I'm hearing a partridge in a pear tree.
Go ahead. Hold on. Whoa, let's fix that. Um, there you go. That should change. Yeah, if that don't work currently, I'm gonna probably use some crazy glue too, man. But I don't know why it's acting up. It's so weird. So weird. I'm gonna try this again. My bad. Hey, listen, I apologize. I had a playlist that had some nice music, and then I don't know why I switched to all of this, but hopefully that fixed it. Thanks for the heads up, baby. I would have let you guys suffer listening to Christmas music this early. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully, we get some success here. Where's my, I keep losing my little screws. What the hell? There we go. All right, here we go again, guys. One more attempt. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought it pulled out for a second. I'm like, why is it taking... Okay. There we go. All right. Good, 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 good. All right. Other side. Success, guys! Woo! No more issues. That worked. So all I did was use a longer heat insert, and that fixed it. All right. Woo! Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit closer here. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can see. I need to shift this table over a little bit. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better that way. But all I did was install a longer heat insert, and now it's on. See? No more issues. It's on there. So, next thing, so clockwork. Clockwork is working nicely. There you go. Nice click. There we go. Come on. What? All right. You know what? I'm being a brat. Let's move this down a little bit. There we go. Take this and put under. Take this, put under. There we go. Then take this. There we go. All right. What this calls for is M330 and M320. So I know I had some right here. Got a 30 and a 20 somewhere right here. All right. But the back. I wonder if this is in the way. I think that I might have. You know what? I might have mounted this the wrong way with the thing. I hope it's not in the way. You know what? It might be in the way. So it might be in the way. Alright guys, I hit a snag. I think I had, here's my problem. It's not a major issue, but the plug was supposed to be at the side and not the bottom. So when I put it on, it's just like in the way a little bit, so I just gotta rotate the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Good thing this part is not too difficult. Alright, so just gotta rotate this one. Alright, so turn it this way instead. There we go. And make sure everything's lined back up. Screw holes. There we go. Tighten. Alright. Take this back. Plug it back in here. There we go. Click right into place nicely. Alright, then we take this. Pop this back on here. Take this, push in. Easy, easy, guys. That was an easy change. Yeah, but see, I screwed that one into early. Keep that one out. Keep this one in. There we go. So that way that stays there. Yeah, that was like a silly oversight there. I should have catch that. I don't know why I didn't catch that earlier. All right, not too tight, not too tight, not too tight. Not too tight. There we go. And now we can tighten this back up. And get this bad boy here. Push it back in. Done. Pop out. There we go. Nicely done. Spinning freely. This is good. Now overly tighten. This looks so weird. Alright. We're good to go, boys. Alright, Alright. I think we're solid this time. So now the motor's at the side because this was down so it couldn't see properly, so now I shifted it back to the side. Everything's still working, still clicking like before. That's it. There we go. Much better. Alright. This goes to the left. Yes, you can. You can use a afterburner on Ender 3 without the direct drive. You can if you look into the switch wire, even I want to say any one of them, but usually I will just go to the switch wire folder, SDL folder. You can definitely use an afterburner without the direct drive setup. There we go. It's like, why did I not grab it? But I did grab it. All right, we're installed. Woo! Yes. All right, guys. So we have the clockwork installed. Turn this baby to the side so you guys can see. So we got the clockwork installed. Looking really good. Yep. Looks pretty solid. So now we just got to install the front here. Oh, the picture? Yeah. I'll take a look at it in a little bit. I'm seeing, my wife showed me an Ender 3, bro. It looks really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Looks really, really good, bro. Good job. All right. Let me see. Trying to prevent these wire from snagging. So I'm gonna have to try to see if I can get this just a little bit better. There we go. And I need here. I need two 30 millimeters. This one here, so 230. Two of these. Guys, it's starting to look real right now. It's starting to look really good right now with the golden gray and red. Yeah, it's starting to hit me now. It looks really good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is starting to look really good. I'm pretty excited right now. Yeah. Yeah. This looks good. Okay, a little chunky right there, but it's probably from my Yep, I figured that was the cause. Uh, so I hit a little snag, guys, here because the LED is preventing me from really locking this thing in place. I'm wondering if I need to scoot it down just a little bit. Yeah, LED is the problem right now. Okay, I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. All right. Two 12 millimeters, huh? 12 millimeters. Come on. There we go. All right. I think we'll be okay, guys. All right. Hopefully, I didn't squeeze it up too much and damage him. I think we're okay. Think we're okay. right. That one side. There we go. We got it, guys. We got it. Oh, Christmas music again. What? What in the world? Hey. Hey, this thing is ruining my stuff, man. Alright, I'm gonna have to find a different playlist. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to hunt for a different playlist because this playlist is clearly trying to ruin my vibe right now. Ruin y'all vibe, man. What? I really don't like that gap, but I've seen worse. I've seen worse, so I can't really complain too much. But I digress. Yeah, it's because of that pull on the front there, so and then that, but it's fine. All right, guys. Here's the tool head, so you guys can see it. There we go. Afterburner assembled. Not quite yet. I still need to print out the side cover for the cables, but so far, there we go. Nice and smooth. I'm happy. Woo! So I'm liking the color scheme so far. The gray and the gold. The LED is mounted on the inside, so it's going to be white. If I can get it white, I have to figure that out in the firmware. But we'll get to that point when we get to the NeoPixel part. So this should light up white, technically speaking, but it can be red or whatever color. But I'm happy. I mean, looks good. Looks really good. I'm excited. I can't wait to finish it up. But I'm just glad the main kinematic part of it is all done. Oh, and I fixed the bed. So the bed solution was I removed I lined up the bed, first of all. I lined up both the lead screws so they're both exactly in line. Make sure the front are lined up properly. I did this all after the stream because the stream is a little, I got a little distracted, so I had to make sure I did it. So once that was done, I removed the coupler, the flexible coupler, because I realized it was a problem. For some reason, the flexible coupler don't mount in the center properly. So I had to get one of the other couplers that actually squeeze from the sides with two M3 screws instead of just the coupler itself. So that fixed the whole problem. So I have no problem with this going up or down at all. It works perfectly. So so that solved the bed issue. Yeah, so I'm happy, man. I'm excited. We're making progress, guys. So I want to say in the next stream, let me show you guys what I got. So got this very cheap 27 bucks off Amazon 300 by 300 millimeter aluminum plate. It's about 6 millimeters. Is it 6 millimeter thick? If I calibrate, honestly, take my word for it. It's like about 6 millimeters thick or more. I want to say maybe almost close to 7 millimeters thick. 27 bucks, guys, off Amazon. Like, you can't beat that price. Like, because right now I paid, I want to say almost $73 for my V2.4 bed from AliExpress. And I paid $27 for this. Now, the only reason why I bought the V2.4 from AliExpress is because I was scared to put the notch in. You know, the two notches that goes in the front and the back. I was scared to do that by myself, so I kind of cheated and bought it. Like if I knew how to do that or I had the machine to do that, I would do it. But in this case, I did the holes myself for the 1.8. I did it myself. That was easy to line the hole up and got that done. So that was easy. But for the 2.4, I didn't trust myself to make little notches in the front of the. I did, I don't know why, but I just didn't trust myself enough. So I went ahead and spent $73 versus $27. It is what it is. Whatever. But so the next stream we should be putting this up. I got a 500 watts, 110 volts Kinova heated bed. So we got to put that in as well. So we got a couple of other stuff to do to get this thing sorted out. But we're close. We're close. We're pretty close. I'll show you my 2.4 bed as well. So it came in 2 days ago. As you can see, these two notches is what I was scared to make. You know what I'm saying? Like the way it's set up, I was scared to make that notch. Those two notches. So I just bought it. It's slightly thicker at 8 millimeters versus 6. So 2 millimeters more, but no difference. It's the same kind of plate, same thing. So guys, thanks for watching. I know I always do this random stream. I never schedule, but I just like to do that to catch you guys off guard to see who's dedicated to watching the stream. But just remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and it's been fun, guys. I'll keep going. I think I want to say I'm probably going to do the next stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do the next stream tomorrow. Look around 4 or 5 p.m. or just a little bit earlier. I should have everything ready and then continue this build. So I'll have a stream tomorrow because I know on Saturday you guys are going to watch Nero. So as do I as well. So yeah, it looks good. I'm super happy with the way it looks right now. I'll let you guys see it again from the front. It looks really nice. Let you guys see that. And yeah, we'll continue this build tomorrow. So read a comment.
How long did it take to receive the plates from AliExpress?
So Victor, the plate from AliExpress took, let me think, a month. It took a whole month, but the problem was I nagged them about it because even though they send the tracking information, it didn't update at all. It just showed up. So it took a month. It just kind of showed up out of the middle of nowhere. And that's the only thing I don't like about AliExpress is that the tracking is not the greatest. But it took about a month to get the plate here. Awesome, Tyrone. I'm glad you're learning, man. Like, I'm not as big as Nero's audience, but my little small audience, at least it's more personal. We got a more personal connection, and you guys can see me make mistakes live and correct them, which will prevent you guys from making the same mistakes I did, which is the purpose of these videos. Is I'm going in this not knowing exactly how this is put together, but just by following the manual, I'm able to get this far. And with you guys' input as well too. So takes a community to get it going, right? I don't know if it was, I don't know if it's cast aluminum. It's actually it's 6061 aluminum, and I did research that specific aluminum for that reason. Apparently 6061 aluminum you can do a lot of things with, including use as a heated bed. It's very flat as well as like one of the best aluminum out there, grade of aluminum out there. So I want to say It may be similar to Chaos, but it's pretty flat from what I'm seeing. It doesn't look warp or anything like that. So alright guys, so I'm gonna call it a night. I'm glad you guys joined me. We're gonna get this done together and finish it up and then move on to the next build, which is a 2.4. And I decided to call that one a Joker theme. I have a really cool idea with a Joker theme. It's gonna be purple, green, white, and red. Hints of red, just little dashes of red in it. But it's gonna be mostly purple, green, and white, and with some dashes of red. I think the tool head is gonna look really cool because I have a color scheme for that tool head. It's gonna be a mix of all colors, but look out for that. That one is gonna be really special. So I'm excited to get this up and running and then get this printing all the parts for the V2.4. So that was the purpose of really getting this going too. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna call it a night and not rant any further. Like, subscribe, comment, get your friends to like the video and see the video. Just kind of spread the word so we can get big and get some support. So I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys.